Okay, for this project you're going to make a coiled vase and you're going to use porcelain. So you start out with a bowl and put a plastic bag on the bowl. That will be your base. So you're going to drape some clay into it. So you roll out some of your porcelain, cut a circle, and you gently press it in. Use your fingers. You want to make sure that you really press it in and compress the bottom, because this is the base for your vase. You can use a rib, which you might not have at home, but you can also use your sponge. Make sure your sponge is not too wet. To really press it in, you cut away the excess clay and you're going to leave that into your bowl. So now you're ready to start coiling and adding your coils to decide the shape for your vase. So make sure you score and slip each coil, unlike what you did in clay 1 with your coiled pot. I highly recommend you pre-roll a good amount of coils, 5 to 6. Where it overlaps, you're going to cut it through with your needle tool. I highly recommend you cut it in an angle, not straight. You can see it right here. You get rid of your excess clay. Blend where it attaches. There you go. And then with your wooden tool, you're going to blend it in. Now it's going to be tricky to blend in the outside, right? Because it's touching the bowl that you're using for a shape. So start with blending the inside. Again, this is porcelain. It's a lot more trickier. You're going to see everything. So make sure you blend it really well. The plan is to have this fired in a gas kiln at a very high temperature, and you don't want it to crack and break open. You're going to keep adding coils. If you have a Lazy Susan at home, you can use that. So after the base has dried up some, you can take it off, right? Remove the plastic bag. Now I can fix that outside coil, that first coil that I added to it. And I'm going to continue to add coils to it. I like to use the wooden tool, just the side of it, to smoothen the outside. If you have a hair dryer and your clay is still very soft, you can dry it up some so you can continue to build on it, right? You don't want it to collapse on you or lose its shape. And then just continue your coils, score and slip each coil. And keep blending it. This is very important, okay? You cannot just rely on score and slipping. So now you need to start to decide what your form for your vase will be. Are you going straight up? Do you want the belly to come in, create a neck, and then flare it back out? Do you want a traditional vase looking form? See, I'm starting to slowly go back in. Yes, you can use your sponge to smoothen out the outside, but be very careful by adding too much water. Water will weaken your coiled pot. Okay, so the sponge and water is not always the solution. You're better off blending it with the wooden tool. After your coiled pot is finished, let it stiffen up for a couple days, and then you are ready to carve a design in there. I use the carving tool. I use the round side of the carving tool. You can use the square side. You can use your sgraffito tool. But you want to make sure your porcelain is leather hard. After that, I'll clean up my carvings so that there's no sharp edges to it. And then I will slowly let it dry up. Clean the bottom. And add your name to it. That's it.